Yes, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a beautiful day in sunny Queensland. We're at Hickey Park, Brisbane, Queensland, for the Division 1 AFLQ Grand Final played today between the Springwood Pumas and the Caloundra Panthers in an historical first. I've got sitting alongside me at the moment a legend in Queensland footy circles in Jack Barry, a doyen of the Morningside Footy Club for many years and oversaw a successful period for that club. And Jack, it's great to have you here this afternoon.
Oh, pleased to be here, Danny, and thanks for the kind words. Really looking forward to today's game. Two strong clubs. It's been an interesting year. It's been an interesting couple of years, Danny. But here at the HART Sport Cup, as we call it in this competition, should be good. We're not far away from the national anthems. So Springwood Pumas looking to qualified first to get into the grand final. Premiers in '89, 2002, 2014, 2015, and then the Caloundra Panthers premiers in '87, '88, '91, and '92. So who will be crowned 2021?
Well, that's a big question today, Jack, and an exciting day to call it. Magnificent day. It's going to hit about 29, 30 degrees as the boys get excited for that traditional historical moment of an
boys and girls, welcome to the QFA Div 1 HART Sport Cup senior match between Caloundra and Springwood. Could I please ask that everybody be upstanding, remove their hats to join the players and officials for the Australian National Anthem. Good luck to both teams!
Well, yes, Jack, and a rousing rendition once again of some pre-game as the music at the local ground fires up. Jack, we're going to try and talk over that to be heard, but it is going to be a ripping game. Both teams evenly poised to take each other on in what's been a fantastic season of football.
It certainly has been, and we've got the Springwood Pumas in the navy blue and then the Caloundra Panthers. So we've got the Pumas v the Panthers. Caloundra Panthers in the yellow jumper, which is back to their traditional colours, back from the early days in 1973 when they got going. But Danny, you've been a big part of grand final footy. You've coached premierships before. Take us inside the rooms before the big game. What are the coaches, you reckon, their final words before a grand final?
Well, look, one of the key things today, Jack, is that both teams are in really good form. They're full strength. There's only been one or two changes from both sides. They've had a good run into September, and really it's going to be a flip of the coin result today. Probably Springwood with a marginal advantage over the compatriots there in Caloundra, but it's going to be a real close game. In terms of the coaches and what they might say, well, look, it's a last chance saloon, isn't it, Jack? We all strive to get there that last day in September. You get one crack at it. You don't want to die wondering. And I'd say they're going to both leave everything they can out on the field this afternoon. So it's been a tough final series. We've been extremely fortunate, Jack. And if you're watching this replay in the past, in 20 years' time, just remember what COVID was like and what it did to so many competitions around the country. Victoria, New South Wales, they can't even play footy down there. We're really lucky that we've been privileged to go ahead with this game today, Jack. As the music subsides and we can actually talk a little bit more about the actual game itself. But a great day for the coach of Springwood, Paul Rain, in his first year. A great opportunity for him to walk away with the premiership, and the coach for Caloundra is also first year coach in Daniel Giarusso from Melbourne. It's going to be an exciting time for both of those guys too, Jack.
Oh yeah, and look, I know a little bit of Paul. He's come through the ranks. He coached at Yeronga for a few years, had a bit of time off. before coming. Just for our viewers at home, Danny, just a couple of the players to watch. Look, I know for Springwood, have a good look at Rowan Page, 3 times league medalist. He wears the number 12 jumper in the middle. Here we go, we're away. Centre bounce, up they go, and they get a quick tap out. But the umpire will grab the ball, Danny, and they'll throw it up from the early start.
They will, Jack. Yeah, Rowan Page, the bald-headed fella right in front of us now as big Brighton Page goes for the footy. But it's cleared now by the Springwood Pumas. Up forward, Ryan Hooper leads it. Well, actually, it's Jolly Keneally leads the chase for the ball. Can't quite grab it. Stacks on the mill now over on the half-forward flank for the Springwood team. And I think the umpire's going to call an early ball up here. Jack, even the umpires get nerves in grand finals, just as the callers do. And that's a bit of a stuttery start from you and me too, mate, because these two teams have never clashed in a grand final at this level before, and the player grouping and jumpers alone are going to be a little bit taking adjust to as the ball continues to swirl around on the half-forward flank, and the umpire pulls out a free kick, as you tend to do, to break up the congestion, and it's one of the Kimberley boys gets it and flicks it on to Zuffa. With the left foot up onto the wing, good long driving kick, and it's sport over the boundary line by J.K. Kelleher from Caloundra side in the yellow. Again, Caloundra Panthers today in the bold yellow and the Springwood Pumas in the navy blue with the yellow stripe. As it comes down to Howes, flicks it out. There's a kick on the left, goes inside 50. Oh, it's a great leap by Springwood. Can't quite take the grab. It comes back down and it's like there's a magnet, Jack, on that little 40-metre part out from the goal of the ground, because the ball is straight back there again for the third time in what, just a minute.
Oh, look, super courageous from both the forwards out there for Springwood. Umpire throws the ball up. There's a bit of a scramble there. No one can get a clear possession. Now he's trying to bustle his way through. The umpire says, I'll have the ball and we'll throw it up. So umpires for today's game, Dean Armstrong, Liam Bentley and Steve Betts. So umpire throws it up. Up they go, and this time it's a good tap out there by Caloundra. The ball's just spilling. It's just in that congestion. Can't seem to get a good hand out there. Now they do. Here's a chance for the right foot kickers. They're on the right foot. He has a wide and woolly snap for goal, and it's out of bounds on the full, Dan.
I reckon that might have been Sponic drifting down from centre half back, where I think he's lining up today for the Springwood team. As it'd be nice to get out of that far forward flank, certainly for us commentary team, Jack, just so we can pick out some names and numbers as it comes in board here. A little bit of breeze out there today, folks, but not too dramatic. Probably going at the end we're looking at the moment as Luca Mason takes the football across half back for Caloundra. Had a good season, Luca Mason, as he goes forward, a 30-metre pass, a bit of congestion there. Not the greatest of kicks. It comes down. Springwood drive forward and kick it, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Around about 50 around from the Springwood goal. It's been all Springwood early, and as both teams start to get themselves settled on the boundary there. So we have the throw in here. We've got Brighton Page v. it's Young McGrory v. Max Jacobson for the Caloundra team. Over to Mason, kicks it on the left foot, just a big up and under. Brighton Page missed it then. So Brighton Page with the number 17 for Springwood and Max Jacobson, so the two ruckmen with number 17 from Caloundra. Kelleher drives it to half forward. It's sport there by Brown with a good spoil. Thompson, the veteran, flicks it out to Page. Now there's a threesome that'll go a long way towards winning today for Springwood. Matthew Preston Smith drives it inboard a bit to no one in particular. He needs a Springwood man and he gets one there in the agency of Springwood as it goes out now to McGrory on the right foot. Drives inside 50, long inside 50. There's no one home. It's bouncing through. Is the wind going to get there? No, it's not, as Nathan Spring takes it and bursts away and then loses the ball over the boundary line, Jack. And it's a lucky moment there for Springwood to retain it in their forward pocket.
There's a bit going on in the forward pocket there, Danny, but you just saw then the 3 Caloundra players got sucked into the ball. Springwood were able to keep their width and then drive the ball, nearly got their first goal. Umpire throws it in, up they go. No one gets a clear tap. Who can get in there first? Here's a chance. Boys throwing themselves in, but the ball will be out of bounds and thrown in again. Approaching the 5-minute mark, first term, QFA HART Sport Cup, and umpire will throw the ball in. The interchange is just warming up, just trying to get out on the field, just want to get a taste of it. Umpire throws it up, and there's a good tap out the back. That's a good play there. Good tap out there by Jacobson. Sharked away again by Springwood in front, and it's a good mark, Danny. I can't pick up that who it was, but he's in front. A good mark on the lead, and he'll get his first shot on goal. It looks like it's, I think it's Jai Keneally.
Yeah, it is Jai Keneally. He's done something with the hairdo, Jack. He threw me a couple of times there. And if you talk to Rowan Page, apparently he's pretty impressed with his hairdo out at the nightclubs. There's that little commentary from Pagey earlier this week for some reason. But anyway, he's been good early. He's had a couple of touches. He's going to have a shot here from about 40 out on a reasonably acute angle. And he's coming in at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. No one's kicked a goal as Keneally leans back on that and pulls it across the face. It's just the solitary behind, but it is the opening score for the 2021 HART Sports Div 1 Grand Final. And Springwood is the team with the point. One behind Springwood. Caloundra yet to score. 5 minutes and 28 seconds into the grand final.
Bring the ball out on the members' wing. The pack set themselves. Up they go. The two big fellas fly. No one can take the mark. Ball spills free. Here's a chance now for Springwood. Good play here by the ruckman. He goes inshore looking for a nice kick on the lead, and he's found him. Great composure there by the big fella. That was Brighton Page. Took his time. Gave it a bit of kick the ball out in front, easy for the full forward or the forward to run on, and just kind of pick up who that was. Dan, you might
Keneally again.
So he's had a pretty consistent year. He's kicked 16 so far, so a pretty consistent year this year, and he'll line up for this time in a lot better position to kick the first for the Pumas. Springwood
He's
Pumas.
been busy early too, Jack. He's certainly had. This is probably his third or fourth touch in the opening 5 minutes.
Nice deliberate approach. Head over the ball. Here's the first one for the day. Just pokes at it. And it goes out of bounds on the full. So didn't kick through it, Danny?
No, it was an ordinary kick. In fact, he's sort of just leaning back. And look, all players are going to get, I'd say this may well be Jai Keneally's first official grand final start. And he played in the South Queensland team this year, a good young player. But even he can get nerves as Pagey runs under that, spills out. But Springwood have got numbers behind the football. They come through. They look a little bit more composed early, and it runs out of bounds over the boundary. About 60 out from the Springwood goals on that far flank out there. And on what is probably the warmest day, Jack, it'd be fair to say we've had for most of, through this, what's been a cold winter in Queensland. Today's nearly going to hit the 30s. Young Kimberley, one of the Kimberley twins, gets it back now on the right boot, drives it forward. It's a long kick. Preston Smith v Kelleher. No one can quite take it, and Mark Thompson takes the footy over the boundary line, and it'll be another boundary. No, in fact, it's been kicked off on the full by Caloundra, and it comes back in. Brought back in. Caloundra takes the mark though, and it's on the centre wing, and we can't quite pick up the player there, Jack, but he goes long, hard, looking for Kelleher. And it's a ripping grab by J.K. Kelleher. He's had a good season. He's a big, strong lad, can take a grab, he can roost a footy, and he does on this occasion. 50 metres almost into the pocket. And it's Josh Brown, the veteran of Springwood flags in previous times gone by. Keneally up on the wing. They need to tighten up on him a little bit. And here we have Jakey Kubel leading the race to the ball. He's got two to beat. One of them, Matty Orman, and he's too quick for him. As he drives it inside, he pulls it inside, looking there for Frizz, and it's cut off beautifully by Matt Kimberley of the Caloundra Football Club.
End-to-end footy, side to side. They're opening the play up. Here they go for Caloundra. They go in the outer wing and they've got the ball. Play on's a call. A quick move around into the forward line, looking for a lead. Can't take the mark. That looks like it's Zuffa, and the ball goes out of bounds. Of course, Zuffa, certainly a well-credentialed player here in Queensland. Played at the Brisbane Lions, played some QFA footy at Redlands, or NEFL footy at Redlands, premiership player at Maroochydore, but certainly one of the all-Australian country player as well. So there's not much he hasn't done, so look out for him today.
Yeah, well, if Pagey's got a rival out there today, it is Daniel Zuffa, probably the two most decorated players on the ground. I'm sure we'll get to call and discuss, wax lyrical about those two chaps before the day's out, Jack, no doubt about it, as the ball goes out of bounds. First time really we've had an inside 50 for Caloundra, and we're 9 minutes into the first quarter. This is their first grand final in quite some time, so they'll be nervous. They'll have the nerves, which is natural, and they go inside 50 now with a kick, which is to no avail, finds Josh Hampson across half back, the left footer, the junior, former local. It's a shocker, straight to J.K. Kelleher, 40 out from goal, and he can certainly get the distance, the big lad. And he's going to have a shot and try and bring up Caloundra's first score for the afternoon, Jack Barry. And how do you see it early, mate? 9 minutes in.
Well, again, just a bit of composure. I think they were rude, those shots they missed, but Keller has kicked 27 goals this year. So, and it looks, I've only seen them kick the first time before. It's a beautiful kick, so I think you'll get the distance. But yeah, it looks like the team that's prepared to open the game up, hit their targets, and just get their basics right should do well. Keller comes in. Oh, we got very close to the man on the mark, and the ball's gone out of bounds on the full. So, just some little basics things that they just haven't got quite right there. You just had to kick at the last minute. Spring would go in short. There's a nice little kick and it's marked there by Hampson. Hampson in defence. Eyes darting across. He's going to open the play up and he'll switch it across there towards Murcutt. Murcutt brings the ball in front of the members' wing here. Has a good look onto the left foot. Right foot, sorry, drives it down the ground. That's a good strong mark there in front of the crowd here. The handball's inboard and they'll take the ball through the middle. Just composure. Good, and away they go. That's McGorry. drives it long into the forward line. They've got the front spot running over the back. Here's a chance here for Bain. Can he get his foot to it? He could kick a goal. He's up the opening goal, Danny. Jordan Bain, a bit of composure there. The ball spilled free. He had plenty of space at the back. Ran in the open goal, and he puts the Springwood Pumas first on the board.
He certainly does, Jack. And see that fluky win. I think our commentary box is right behind where the also Doyen of Queensland football, Dean Davis, is videoing today's live stream performance. What a fantastic job he does do. But that ball just swung in the breeze. It confused the Caloundra defender and it bounced up nicely for Jordan Bain in the end. And Jordan Bain, a great find for Springwood in the last 2 or 3 years. He crossed over from Mount Gravatt Vultures, where he was a prolific goal-kicking player in the QFA, and he scores the first of the grand final days. It comes down one clearly there by Jacobson, or actually Chris Taylor for Caloundra in the ruck. They get the clearance inside 50, and it's an infringement against Josh Brown of Springwood. It's going to go now to Jimmy Carroll, and the late recruit in the season. Great kick from him, and finds, I'd suggest, that looks a bit like Jacobson. If I was taking it, well, it might be Polkey. I think it might be Polkey. And if it is Brock Polkey, he missed out on last week's preliminary final, Jack, through concussion. Again, another player that's come in and played late in the season. As he shoots from goal, he's normally a good kick at goal, and on this occasion misses just to the right-hand side, does Polkey. And they get another behind. It's 1-1 Caloundra, leading the Springwood. Sorry, it's 1 point Caloundra, trailing Springwood 1-1-7. As the ball's brought back in now by Thompson. It's a long, hard kick. It's Springwood in front. They've got numbers. There's a plate on here. Nice big handball out here to Brown. Brown goes inboard. It's a dangerous kick. See if it comes off. It didn't quite come through, but they have got the numbers, Springwood. And it's buttering up nicely as it comes back out here. Beautiful block there from Caloundra in Tim Kimberley over to his brother Brad, who gets smothered. It comes back again now through the agency of Whiteman. Across, the boys are a little bit fumbly through the middle in the heat and the dry track as Ryan Hooper flicks it across and tries to play possession footy in their front half. Flicked out to Kimberley. Now across to Naninga. The rough, hard, ruthless back pocket for Caloundra. His kick misses the mark. It's Springwood now. They've got numbers. It's Ryan Hooper. You don't want him with the footy inside 50, but he kicks and misses across the face, Jack, and it's just a single behind there from Ryan Hooper.
So both teams prepared to share the ball around, but just some little fundamental errors. A bit of a fumble, which grand final nerve you probably think, but they're prepared to share it around. Bring the ball back into place. Caloundra, a long kick down the line. No one can take the mark. Oh, it's a good, strong mark. Sorry there to Josh Brown. He's started off really well.
Been good early, Jack, hasn't he?
He's been brave with his kicking as well. This is no exception. Drives into the forward line, bouncing over the top, and it rolls through for one behind to Brown. So certainly like the way he started, as he's used the ball pretty well, Danny.
Been a good player over a number of years for Springwood in the local competition. Played in their 2 flags in 14-15. And he has started off beautifully in defence for Caloundra today. As it comes out here across half-back now in Caloundra's hands. Can't quite see who that is. He's kicked it in the man of the mark. Composure not there on that occasion. And Joel Whiteman runs the ball over the boundary line for Springwood. And we'll get another ball in about 60 around from goal. Again, Jack, Springwood just with a little bit more composure. They've been to the big dance with more of their group, and they're a bit more experienced in finals footy than what their counterparts at Caloundra are. But it is only early and they only lead by the 1 goal, so that's good from Caloundra's point of view. As it comes out, looks like Bain tries to scoop it up. It's a one-handed throw from in my books from here, Jack, and the umpire sees it that way. And it'll be a free kick going here to Caloundra. And that could be anybody in the Caloundra side that's got black hair, Jack, because I can't see from here, mate. As he goes inboard here, it's only short and sharp. Back out to Matty Allman, cross half back. Goes again, it could be Jacob Watson if I was just hazarding a guess. It goes, it's a poor kick though, down to Springwood. He flings on goal there, the number 11 in Jake Keeble. And it's just another behind to Springwood. They're having the ball locked inside that front half, but the wind being a bit tricky and fluky, Jack, is causing those misses at the moment.
Zuffa coming onto the ground and will bring the ball back out through the back pocket. Looks like there's a bit of a breeze. Have a look at the tree down there, it's blowing a fair bit. But anyway, brings the ball, goes in a nice drop punt kick, just takes the mark, and they'll get some composure back in front of the new scoreboard. Goes in short again. It's a nice little hit up the lead there by their centre forward. This is Keeble. What was his name? Callagher is a nice kick.
Okay.
He gives it a roost too. Long kick down the line. And it's a good fly for the mark there. Couldn't quite take the mark.
Jacobson,
and it's a bit of a scramble over there. Of course, as is always, the umpire's called play on. Here's a chance. Goes inboard. A chance there now for Flanders. Flanders goes back, and then they'll reset on the outer wing.
So on the wing there, Jack goes inboard here, and Callagher out again. He started off nicely, hasn't he? This is probably about his fourth touch. Three of them have come from nice marks and lead-ups there as he goes back. There's not much on offer. He goes again wide and far, but it's a nice-looking kick. Should be a free kick, and is a free kick to his teammate there in Tim Kimberley, the twin brother of Brad, number 10 out there, folks. If you see those two fellas, they look the same. Well, it's because they are twins, and they'll get us confused too if we don't see their numbers. It comes down. Springwood's defence holding up nicely at this point, juncture of the game. Brighton Page, Max Jacobson for Caloundra, flicks it out. Zuffa, he's normally composed, goes back to one of the Kimberley boys, goes long. It's a good spoil from Springwood, but comes out. They've got some numbers here if Watson can get it. He wraps up his opponent though. He might get a free. He doesn't get the free, and it's flicking around. There's a bit of heat in there as Pagey gets the ball, and he's wrapped up in a couple of Panthers, and I thought that he was probably a bit stiff there. Jackie didn't have too much prior, but the umpire didn't see it that way, and if the umpire doesn't see it Pagey's way, Jack, well, you got to believe him, mate, because he's won about 17,000 umpire medals over the journey, Pagey. They love him, but on that occasion, it wasn't to be. Rowan Page on the mark, 47 metres out from goal. Jacob Watson, the captain of Caloundra this afternoon, is going to have a bit of a crack at it, just on the 50-metre line. Kicks it to the hot spot, looking for J.K. Keller. He can't quite get there. There's a bevy of Caloundra boys out there as it comes back out. It looks like it could be Luca Mason. On to Kimberley. On to Jaden Turner on the right foot. He's a little nuggety fella. I think his nickname might be Spud. It goes down again furthermore to Luca Mason. Can't get hold of it. They just need a little settler, don't they, Caloundra, to settle those nerves as they go in. At least they're having a crack as Josh Brown possibly clears it. He clears it to a brick wall there, though. Chris Taylor, the one, can't pick it up, unfortunately for him, and Hayden House clears it out of the fence.
Well, Naninga, the veteran, running after the ball. He's going to be met there. It looks like it's by Bain. Naninga's got the chance. He's going to go inboard. No, he just takes his time, backwards, goes forward, then just chips it a nice cross. That's good play, and they'll recompose. There's plenty on if he wants to switch the play. He carries the ball along to the member side. It's a nice kick down the line, but it's going to be cut up by Frizz. A great there mark by Frizz for Springwood.
Terrific work there by Frizz to not go to one or other player and gave him a chance to cut the footy off as he then wastes that opportunity, Jack. Sorry to cut in, mate, but it was ripping work. Greg Freezer has been a ripping player the last 10 years of Queensland footy and will be a pivotal part of today, but it was a terrific cut-off by him then, and then he unfortunately butchered the footy over the line, but it does stay inside 25 metres out from Springwood's goal. Goes in on the clubroom side where the crowd is today, largely. Comes down to Caloundra. Nervous handball there from Orman. Naninga. Back out to Orman now on his left boot, non-preferred, goes forward. Pagey should have this and does wrap it up, but it's a free kick. Not sure, probably down the field by the looks, and it's going to go to his opposite there, opposite captain today, Jacob Watson in the goal, and the number 4 on the back. Drives it up onto the broadcast wing. It's a good kick. First time it's been here today, Jack. And J.K. Callagher, again, really been good in the opening 20 minutes of the first quarter.
He's certainly given a big target to look for. Now he gets the ball, drives it long into the forward line, but there's numbers all sitting at the back there, and it's a good solid mark to the Springwood. A quick movement of the ball, they play on. This is Sponiak through the middle of the ground. drives it on the outer wing. It's a nice drop punt kick. It's a 1v1. No one can take the mark. It looks like it was Howes trying to get the ball, but it's scooped on there by Caloundra. They're trying to keep the ball alive. He's got his teammate to come and help him, and he's kept his feet and good play, and he's found his teammate up the further up the ground. He moves off quickly, and a nice kick, and a nice build up here by Caloundra in front of the old scoreboard. They'll go short again, and that's a really good play, Danny. This composure along the line. They've settled a bit, and they give themselves every opportunity to just try and kick their first.
Absolutely, Jack. And look, one of the things with Caloundra, if they're to be a chance today and perhaps have an advantage, it is in the running department, and they just need to weather these early minutes in the grand finals. It gets drawn to the hot spot. It's still alive though. Caloundra have kept it alive. I'm not sure who's got it there. He's been wrapped up in a tackle. Might have been Polkey, and it is Polkey, and he dropped holding the ball to Springwood. So the heat is hot in there for early for Caloundra. As the ball comes out, Preston Smith with the left boot, beautiful kick out to half back. Springwood now go inboard, and it's just made it there. Nice little mark. Looks like young Nick Proud. He goes forward. He's been a great player over the years. It's not his greatest kick as he finds Jacob Watson in the middle of the ground. He goes short again, looking to get their composure to Chris Taylor. He's played some big games over the years as well. Goes forward, looking for his full forward in Polkey, but it wasn't really to his advantage. Comes back again, Springwood, coming in the direction of Taylor. Can't take it, but he gets the handball over to Luca Mason. He's important today if he can get on his bike. Jacob Watson again, early touches, goes long, but it's all Springwood. Gets dropped, smothered. Good work there by Caloundra, keeping it alive. Smith gets another crack at it. They just a bit fumbly here. They could put in good pressure on his Caloundra as it comes out here to Rowan Page, and he goes further far to Jai Keneally, who's going dangerously into the middle. It's a risky kick with a bit of reward in it as it goes down to Proud, on to Ryan Hooper, on the left foot, inside 50, looking for Frizz, who goes up one-handed. It comes out the back. No good to him. Jordan Bain, those two are going to be a handful this afternoon, but it comes out, and Caloundra's done beautifully through the agency of Nathan Spring, and it's out of bounds, Jack.
Well, it's good work there by Frizz just to get his hands on the ball. They couldn't get over the top. The ball spills free to out of bounds. But look, both teams, Watson's look really dangerous for Caloundra, and Springwood, the players that have played a lot of footy are prepared to pull the trigger like Brown and that to try some really good kicks through the middle of the ground. Up they go. No one can get a clear tap again. Ball spills to ground. Handball out the back. That's better play. Now they've got some time and space. Gets onto the left foot. Drives it forward. Who's looking for a forward? Good defence there. The ball spills free again. There's got numbers of favouring Caloundra this time. Turns into trouble. Flicks it back. You can time and space, and he'll kick along the line, and it's a good mark to the again the big centre half forward who's been really impressive. And what do you call him? JK.
Josh Kelleher.
I like the look of his look. Start off really impressive. He goes long, trying to get the ball over the top. Page is there. He again steps inside, keeps the ball alive, handballs out, and they'll go forward again with a nice kick down the line. Up they go over top of Kelleher this time. It's a good mark there to Howes, I think it is. And Howes takes the mark. He goes in short, looking for the lead, and he's found him. And that looks like it's was it Keneally again? Bain. Sorry.
Bain. Yep.
Jordan Bain, you can pick him up there, Dan. I'll let you take away with this shot.
That's it. Yeah, no, it was a good hit. And Bain, probably he's great. He's a natural forward. He leads up well at the football, and normally a pretty good kick of the football. Again, we spoke about kicked some goals for Mount Gravatt in the QFA, which is the next standard up. And he's been a good player, but probably off a limited preparation the last year or two. Hasn't played a lot of football. So he's going to shoot here from 35 out is Jordan Bain on a fairly acute angle with a fluky breeze. He sets it up across the square. It's floating back in and punched and rushed across the line for another behind to the Springwood team. They go to 1 goal 3-9. They lead Caloundra on just the 1 point. And it's come out here to the half-back flank now through the agency of, could be Richardson. Goes in board. Allman missed what he should have taken. That's going to be dangerous. Flicks out now here to Gus Shuro. First time we called him today, the new recruit. Keeble couldn't take the mark. This time again, it's possibly, is that Liam Hahn, I think? He kicks it out now. This is Richardson now, the big tall Richardson. He had a good season as a good young defender. Flicks it out. There's a lot of young blokes, local blokes for both teams today, and it's wrapped up across half-back. For those, again, just if you've tuned in, it's 24 minutes into the first quarter of the Div 1 Grand Final between Springwood and Caloundra. Caloundra with the gold and yellow colours, and Springwood in the navy blue. As it comes up, 70 metres out. Brighton Page, the burrito, kicks it on the left foot. Kicks there looking for anyone that's tall and can take a mark. And that occasion almost took the mark, snapped across the body. I'm not sure who it is, but he's raised the arms. Is that Bain? It is Bain. Jordan Bain kicks his second for the afternoon. 20 minutes in to the first quarter, Jack. Jordan Bain has kicked his second, and the Springwood team would be pretty happy with that. They go to 2 goals 4-16, leading Caloundra 1 goal 1. It's 25 minutes into the Div 1 Grand Final at Hickey Park.
Great play there by Bain. Just kept his composure. Ball spilled to the ground. He was able to butter up. Kicked it nice and high this time and let the wind do the rest. And it was a crucial goal. So they've had a bit of time in the forward line, probably more time than Caloundra, but they've been able to maximise. So Coach Paul Rain will be happy that they're starting to get some goals on the board. 15-point margin back into the middle. We've got Jacobson to do the ruck for Caloundra. Up he goes.
The 2-17s, Jack, that's what confused me early in the piece there is at Page v Jacobson. As it comes out to Thompson, the veteran, across halfback, drives inside 50, and it's a good-looking leap of the footy by the Springwood chap there in Keeble. Couldn't take it. Driven off the ground here by Naninga, fortuitously to his teammate there across halfback, out to young Flanders. Well, not so young Flanders. He's mown down beautifully by Springwood there. Going forward, looking for Bain again. And Jordan Bain starting to have a little bit of an impact in this grand final early doors as he takes the mark 40 to 45 out on the clubhouse side. Reasonably acute angle, Jack. Fluky wind. But he is a good kicker, the football, as we spoke about. He's kicked the first two, the only two of the game. Jordan Bain and... as you said rightly, Paul Rain and the Springwood cohort be pretty pleased if he can bang this one through from that distance. He's a typical full forward. Jack loves a bit of a crowd, bit of a walk-in, opportunity to show off his skills at full forwards. He shoots on the siren, which is just rung, and the ball's hanging wide right. Has scraped in for a behind, another behind there to Jordan Bain, and the Springwood Pumas go to 2 goals 4-16, leading the Caloundra Panthers 0-1 and 1 behind. 15-point lead at quarter time. It's at 27 minutes in, and that was an exciting quarter, Jack, just quickly.
Yeah, it certainly was, and both teams prepared to spread the ball, prepared to run and carry, so they're going to play the game nice and open. Both defensive teams had a lot of tackle pressure, and none more better than the last part there by Daniel Hunt to cause that turnover. That's 3/4 time here, the goal kickers. Jordan Bain's got 2, the only goal kicker today, with 2 goals for Springwood. But at quarter time in the HART Sport Cup Division 1, it's Springwood 2-4-16, leading Caloundra 1 behind.